In Fish Tube, this is Fish Easy, and we are coming to you from Brampton, Ontario, near Toronto. Yes, it's another evening, a Friday evening, and I wanted to have this opportunity to talk about this fish here. We're going to talk about him a little bit, and we're going to also take a look at several other things going around in the room. I want to thank everybody for joining, and if you are watching the replay, please be sure to leave a comment below saying that you're on the replay crew, so we know that others have also had the opportunity to be on the program. Here is more in the tank. This is a particular planted tank. It's more of my display tank, and I use it for holding fish, conditioning fish. It has, obviously you can see right through the tank to the other side, but it's kind of interesting because it has a lot of plants that grow, and they grow wild, and I trimmed them all back just because it was just out of hand. And I wanted to see what would happen if you take jungle val and cut it down, and it seems to do just fine. It's growing back. Some of the leaves are going more. So welcome everybody. We're going to be taking a look. Hi, Big Guppy. Yes, it's a Friday night, and we're looking at the fish room. Hello, everyone. Looks like we've got an opportunity to see everybody tonight on this fine program. Welcome. What we're going to do tonight is take a quick tour around the fish room. And that's because it's been a while. I was on vacation, and you know, when you're away, it's sort of a while before you get back on your feet because there's so much to take care of. When you get back, there's so much items, tanks that need to be helped, or they need attention. So tonight I thought I would give a quick tour. Let's just get right into it. It's Friday night. I know you have a lot of better things to do, but if you're here and we want to look at some fish, let's do it. Over here at the nursery, first thing is the babies that I've had since coming back. This is these are German blue rams. They did very well. I do want to mention that I have made some little adjustments on the way I feed the German blues in the very beginning. Right next to them is a group of black rams, and these black rams are doing very nicely. They're a few days older. As you can see, there's a pretty decent, hi Stubbs Aquatics, welcome. And yes, I'm doing well, thank you. I wasn't feeling well when I was on vacation, but I am certainly back now, and trying to catch up with my updates for you folks out there in fish tube land. Notice that in these black rams there's a lot of gold rams. So this pair produced a group of about 50%, maybe 50% black. I'm not sure, but just in looking at them, let me see if I can focus in. Yeah, there we go. You can see which ones are going to be black, and you can tell within the first couple of days. It's very interesting how you can do that, but in the first couple of days you should be able to tell which ones are black and which ones are gold. Here we have in the last breeder box another group of German blues, and I haven't fed them today. I have been feeding them a little less than I normally do. I wanted to see the effects. Hey Red Laser, welcome. And what would be the effects? Well, one thing is, as long as their stomachs have food in them and I see that they're eating, I didn't want to keep overfeeding them, because I noticed that, like in this case, you see the uneaten baby brine shrimp begins to develop a lot of bottom detritus. It's dead shrimp, and basically it starts to fungus. And so I find that that's not so good. Wow, Chris, you bought some more Aurelius barbs? Wow. Fantastic. Did you get them from the same place I saw? Anyway, back to this question. I'm going to go ahead and feed them now. Let's go ahead and put in some baby brine shrimp. And I've cut down on my production since I only have these 3 breeder boxes. Oh, And I forgot, there's one more breeder box down here. These are angelfish, and these were from a pair at Aqua Malik, and I'm just raising them up till they get to a certain size. And these angelfish are a different color than the ones that we've had in the past, so I'll be anxious to see how these. So this is angelfish. We're going to feed those too. So what I've done is I'm only running. I've got this new kind of contraption. My other holder here broke. I broke it off by accident, and all I'm doing is just holding a 2-liter bottle. This is a 2-liter bottle, and it just sits on top of a 2-liter mixed nuts by Costco. And if you pick it up, it just comes right up. It's just sitting on top. See, it just sits there. So let me see here. Okay, so actually I drain them in the morning, and then I come home. Like right now, it's kind of late right now. I normally get here earlier, but I had to drop by the fish house and do some work there. And you may have saw me on the live stream at Aqua Malik earlier today, working away. And now I'm home, and I'm going to feed them. So I use my handy dandy strainer. It's a this one. Don't know. I wish I could get some more of these. I got it at a dollar store. It's definitely stainless steel, and it's only kind of rusting at the welds, a little tiny bit, but it's just the perfect size and the perfect thing for brine shrimp. So then I tap it here, get rid of the salt water, and just put it in. So as you can see, this is their evening feeding, and I've been feeding them only twice a day. And because I realize that they'll fill their stomachs full, and they can last 12 hours, and by the morning they'll be done. Now I might, on the weekends especially, if I'm around, I might take a little bit more time and do a little bit more frequent feedings, but I'll probably put in less. So here's how I do it. I decide, okay, I want to put this much in. Maybe I just want to do 50%, so there it is. And I drop that in over here. Maybe for the black rams, I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to put 50% in. I just kind of dip it. How far I dip it in depends. That's it. So simple. This is the best way to handle just go like that. It's like a ladle. It's really called an oil separator. Sometimes it's called a strainer, but you can get it at maybe I get it at a dollar store. You can also get it probably at other places. Let me see. I just decide how much I'm going to put in there, and then I have some more left here. Now I have another tank of some babies that have been growing really nice. The glare is bad because there's no light in here. Now you can see them in here. There's a dozen plus of luminatus. Thanks to one of my subscribers, Sebastian. Thank you so much. You gave me some females when I was out of females, and through that female, I'm able to go ahead and put the rest of it in. Just gonna give it a little shake, and that's it. Instant brine shrimp. And thanks to Sebastian and his kind gifts, and I've now got more luminatus on the way, and that's really nice. Now the parents are over here. They're getting plenty of good stuff too, and they will get fed. Now that I fed the over the what do you call it, over the side breeder boxes, somehow even with the weir, the brine shrimp goes right through. So as you can see, there's brine shrimp already floating in the tank, regular tank, and that's what the luminatus eat. So they're busy going at it. Now while we're here, I want to talk about the luminatus and some of the others. Thank you, Chris, for posting my link to the channel. Appreciate it very much. Hello, Stephen. And Glitch Aquatics, welcome. And several others who have joined. I see, like for example, up here, I take a 2.5 gallon. Now I like it up on the top shelf. Now I like it on the top shelf for a reason. Now here's a 2.5 gallon. I'm going to explain what that stuff is in just a minute. Here's a 2.5 gallon, and I'm going to put another one here and a fourth one here. So they're just going to be lined up.
But when you put the mops in a tank, and I've got some air blowing just to keep the surface going, but notice that when you're looking for fry, if you want to see if any have hatched, you just look at the surface, and right now I don't see any. There's none hatching from this mop. So you just look up, and when you look up, you see the reflection of the surface, and that's what's really neat. If you just look up in your aquarium, you see how it looks. It's kind of a silvery look. But when the babies come out, they really pop out because they create a mirror image of themselves, and so you're looking at the surface of the water, and when you look at the surface of the water, you see these little things just kind of swimming across the surface. That's where they hang out. The pseudomugil are fish that do that. They hang out at the top. So I got some plants from my local fish auction, the last Peel Regional Aquarium Club meeting, and unfortunately I didn't take care of them, and a week later they had